6 months ago, I was documenting the Unique Bundle Challenge and sharing all the updates of the challenge with you guys here on YouTube. However, since then, it's been ghost silent. And in this video, I just want to kind of close the loop on this and share exactly what happened and why the series has now gone. So just to document exactly what the challenge and the series was, it was me building a brand that was unique bundles only. And the reason for this was I just wanted to share everything with you guys and kind of document everything, and not to make myself look clever or really smart. It was just to more show you the challenges that we face and how I do things, how I manage things, and just share the wins and the mistakes as they happened. Basically, I just wanted to show the reality. That was the whole purpose of the challenge, and that's what I intended to do. So let's go through exactly what happened, and I'm going to share with you the good bits that I actually took out of doing the Unique Bundle Challenge. Although it was short-lived, I did still take some valuable lessons out of it. So, PPC, I was launching a category with huge search volume, so I had to dial in the PPC. I had to make sure my listings were right, so it improved my listing ability and making sure that my listings across the board were of a high quality. And that carried over into my private label brand, and I still use the skills that I built doing the challenge today in a private label brand. I found products with huge potential, so I'll share with you the category. I was in the cleaning bundle, so pink stuff, mold remover, just to share a couple with you. And it did help create some nice skill sets that I can carry over into the private label brand. However, moving on to the bad, there is only one reason that I killed the challenge and killed Unique Bundles. I had one competitor who, let's be honest, I was launching very similar bundles as to what they had. It's a market, the cleaning products need very similar products, but every single listing I would create, they would report, leave a 1-star review, market is inauthentic, and you're like, how do I survive this? And in the end, I just thought, well, the bigger picture is my private label brand. It's not the Unique Bundles. I was literally doing the challenge to document it to you guys and share with you the wins and the losses. So I had to kill the Unique Bundles. I could have gone into another category, but I just thought, do you know what? I don't want to waste any more energy. I want to focus on the private label brand. So that is genuinely the only reason I killed Unique Bundles and killed the challenge itself, because of the one competitor who reported every single listing. I know who it is, and they actually do mentoring themselves, believe it or not, and they're obviously doing these shady tricks to increase their sales, but that's the nature of the beast. I'm sorry it did have to end like that. I guess that's a kind of building in public bad thing, I guess, because now I'm having to make this video and give you an update of what happened to it, and it genuinely just was out of my control. They were reporting everything, 1-star reviews, and in the end I was just wasting too much energy on it, taking focus away from the private label brand, putting it into this and just fighting inauthenticity claims when, to be honest, I didn't have to. So just touching on why the series stopped, why I didn't go into another category. Again, it was just to focus on the private label brand. I didn't intentionally abandon the channel. I didn't wake up and decide YouTube just wasn't worth doing, but I don't make any money off YouTube. I didn't sell any mentoring at the time, and there was just no money. Like my business was what was making me money, so it was only right that I had to put my focus into that. Most other, Amazon sellers do have the mentoring. They do maybe make money off affiliates. So I didn't have that at the time. So I had to focus on the business itself. That's what was paying me. So I do apologise for completely abandoning the channel and abandoning the challenge. I was just focused on protecting and, more importantly, growing the business. So I just want to share with you some lessons that I actually learned in the small time that I was doing the challenge. Now, number one is not everything is going to work out exactly as planned. You can have the best laid out plan ever, but it just may not come to fruition how you imagined, how you planned. Now, lesson two is Amazon isn't necessarily just about the product. It can sometimes just be about surviving the competition, which in this instance, I just didn't manage to do. I just gave up. It wasn't worth my effort. Lesson three is more for me, is building publicly has its disadvantages and obviously some advantages. Now, the disadvantages is I have to come on here and apologise and say, I failed you guys. I said I was going to upload with full honesty every week. And in the end, you didn't hear off me for 5-6 months. Obviously, the advantages are that I get to speak to a lot of different people. You get to see me, I get to share my business with you, and I get to answer some, quite honestly, insightful questions. And the final fourth lesson from it is Amazon's not as glamorous as what everyone else is making out. Now, I was doing the unique bundles. I had one bundle at the time of doing the challenge. It sold very well. And I kept seeing unique bundle this, unique bundle that. And I'm thinking, yeah, okay, let's get a bit of that. Let's start tapping into that and getting some money out of it. And then I got all these claims coming through. I'm launching the bundles, I'm wasting money. And I was just like, why is nobody else having these problems? I'm going to guess that they were, but they were just fighting them. At the time, it wasn't worth my energy. I wanted to focus on a private label brand. So was the challenge a failure? In my opinion, it was. Now, I don't think many other creators would say this if it was them. I don't think they would say, yeah, I failed, but I did. They might say, oh, yes, I learned how to do PPC and high search volume terms. I managed to optimize listings. You know, I learned all these skills and it's helped build the wider picture. Now, yeah, obviously it has helped with some of those skills, but the purpose of the challenge was to actually document and build the brand for you guys and share with you every last bit of profit and loss. So I wanted to share the cost of goods, the ads, the PPC, the search terms I was kind of searching on, how my campaigns were set up, like through Exact, Phrase, Auto. I wanted to share everything with you, barring the products. Now, obviously, I didn't manage to do that, and that's why, in my opinion, the challenge failed. So since the challenge finished 5-6 months ago, the business has just continued to grow. Obviously, we're in the warehouse. I have one member of staff, and everything we do is focused around how do we grow the private label brand. As for unique bundles, I did have one bundle before the challenge started, and it was selling 200-300 times per month. And in the last couple of months, that got taken down for inauthenticity. Deja vu, it was the same person that done it. There was kind of a relief that I am now done with bundles or fast selling bundles. I am done. There's no stress, there's no pressure on me, and I can just relax on that front. So I wasn't too bothered. I've now replaced that revenue with actual private label products. And as for unique bundles, for full honesty and for full clarity, I do still have 2 of them listed, but they only do 10-15 sales between both listings per month, so it's around £300-400 revenue per month. And quite honestly, everything we do now is just around how do we get this brand to 100k per month by this time next year. I want everything to be private label. There's no risk. There is little risk, but there's no real stress like there was with the bundles. Obviously, I'm doing it full time after quitting my job in January of this year, so the business just gets my full attention now to push the private label brand forward. So I'm back on YouTube and I am going to continue documenting the journey because I actually enjoyed documenting and sharing with you guys what we're doing. I'm going to be more consistent and I want to share what's actually happening inside my private label business. What do I do with the ads? What do I do with the listing creation? And I'm going to share with you the wins and losses. So thank you to everyone that actually asked about the challenge, who has asked for the updates. This is me actually closing the loop. Now, although the challenge finished, the business has definitely not. That continues to push forward. Now, if you want to see more private label content, please subscribe and feel free to join the free Discord community that I am trying to build up. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.